Mostly field training. Won't be touching the classroom today. Alright, while he's doing whatever he's doing, welcome to day 2. Today we're just gonna start off first off with your PCCs, let you guys know all information on that. And then I'm gonna try to follow that off with formations and then continue everything else we have planned for today. If we have time, we'll end it off with formations. If not, then we'll continue that next week on Tuesday. Now, before we begin anything else, make sure you guys get yourself that pen and paper and some water. So I'll give you guys about 30 seconds. Once you're back, stand up, and then we can continue. Is either a copy or Roger as long as you ended off with the sergeant on it. Alright, think both of you got your paper and pen, correct? Copy. Alright, so I already just told him about the pen and paper, but I guess you continue off with the literature and words. Terms they need to know, I should say. No, but yeah, usually you have stuff that you want to say at the beginning. But you'll learn more of this once you get into the billet. Private Mason, is control your push talk? No, Sergeant. Okay, because you're hot micing horribly, but never mind. Yes, Sergeant Margetta, Private Mason. Nope, this is not picked on what we seen. We just pick a random person, and the random person that was picked was you, Private Mason. All of you are judged equally. Grenadiers just so he could be as a team 2, I see. Sergeant Carroll and Specialist Reed. Did he grab his loadout? Copy. Not yet, but I'll get on it. Yeah, after his dinner or whatever. Yep. Yep, I heard. Someone check your comm. Sergeant. Awesome. One second, Perfect Sergeant Carroll. Let him do it. He's got this. Did not expect that. Wow. call sign, not calling station. He stutters a lot. He has stuttering issues. He told us that during day one. That's why we're giving him some time to get it right because he stutters when doing literature stuff like that. Make sure you, Private Duffy and Private Mason, y'all write this stuff down. So if it wasn't in your notes, write it down now. PCC, radio checks, equipment checks, and now buddy team assignment, 2IC assignment.
Or say it again, excuse me. Please tell me.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Thank you, Sergeant.
All right, so I'll make this easy for you. 2IC, second in charge of your fire team, is going to be Private Duffy. So if you go down, Private Duffy needs to step up and take control of the fire team.
Okay. Roger that,
Yeah.
Sergeant.
All right. Also gonna
Copy.
give you this quick hint. Buddy team. Buddy teams are going to be U Alpha and Sergeant Carroll. Private Duffy will be with Specialist Reed. Day 3, you will find out exactly why that's the case. It has to do with fucking mounting and dismounting a friendly Vic. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna try to explode your brain today. We got a lot more shit for me to cram into y'all's heads. So I'll save that for day 3.
Okay. Sergeant Carroll, you're my buddy, and Specialist Reed, you are Private Duffy's buddy.
Copy that.
Alright.
Private Duffy, lower that fucking weapon.
Alright. Little tip here, Alpha. Instead of having to turn completely around and look, press left Alt and you can free look. And you can look over your shoulder. There you go. Because every time you get out and you start moving around in circles, especially when you have another fire team next to you, it'll start pushing people out of the way, and it just doesn't look professional. So,
Understood, Sergeant.
Copy that, Sergeant.
all right. Yep, and no fucking flagging. If you have to raise your weapon up, fucking kind of turn out of formation, away from somebody, especially the person in front of you or next to you, and look at the ground before you raise and lower your weapon, so you're not flagging people. Just good habit.
Okay. Copy that, Sergeant.
All right. Last but not least in this formation,
I do not know what that means, so.
there was one
Yeah, I don't know what
comms
that
check
means,
that
man.
was overlooked by me, and that would be with your squad leader, Alpha. You need to do a comms check with him or her, and also once your team is finished with their PCCs, you are to call your squad leader and let him or her know that Alpha or Bravo fire team is ready to go. Because he's going to need that information, or she will need that information, to call up to platoon and let them know a so-and-so squad is ready. Copy?
Copy that, Sergeant.
Alright, so let's make that happen so we can get the hell out of this area and on to the next one.
He burnt so
Alright.
much time right now.
Private Duffy is that's
I
quite
am
correct.
not kidding.
Excuse me?
Private Duffy is squad lead, right?
Hell no. I am. Or Sergeant Smith is.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
You're the team leader. Private Duffy's your 2IC. He's the second in command. When you go down, he takes control of the team until you get back up. And if you're just KIA, then he'll take control of the team permanently. So that's what he is. He's just a second in command for the team. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do, Sergeant.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, so you remember what key you need to press to have squad net?
The
Yep.
T key, correct?
Excellent. Remember what your squad leader, what his calling station is? Since you're Alpha. I will
100, right?
Alright, well that's their frequency. What is my calling station? What am I called? If you're called Alpha, and Bravo fire team leader is Bravo.
Actual.
Fucking right. Alright.
Alright.
So make that comms check happen.
Actual, this is Alpha. Radio check, frequency 100, over. Alpha to Sexual, I have you, Lima Charlie, on frequency 100, over. Alright, Alpha, Alpha,
Nope.
no.
Turn around. Then you call yourself.
Actual, actual, this is Alpha, Roger, out.
Excellent. Alright, what do you want to tell me now? So you did all your pre-combat check shit. So your team is ready to go, so what are you gonna tell me?
So I'm gonna simply tell you that we're ready to go. I know there's a specific, like, I guess, pro word we have to say.
Nope, you already said
nope.
it.
Nope, just tell me you're ready to go. You're ready to go kick some ass. Whatever. Get you fucking motivated, your guys motivated.
Actual, this is Alpha. We are ready to go, ready to roll out. We're ready. Alpha's actual, good copy out.
Alright. So that is it in a nutshell. Once you get familiar with it and get used to doing this, all of this should happen within 2 minutes, 3 minutes, tops. It should be fairly quick. So yeah, practice makes perfect. If there is a thing.
Sergeant Marietta, I have a question. Just out of curiosity, how long did that take?
About
20 or 30, I believe.
Yeah, about 25 minutes.
Okay, so I got a lot of practice. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright,
Hey,
OSUT's
we all
here
do,
to
brother.
train you all and
Yep.
help you practice on everything.
Yep.
We're expecting you, after you get out of OSUT, to be somewhat efficient. Not proficient, but somewhat efficient to be able to do it effectively when you get into an actual billet.
Okay.
Hey Ty, how you
Thank
doing,
you,
man?
Sergeant.
Not a problem. That's all we hear. Alright. So I'm getting thrown off my game here.
everything's
Usually everything's so fucking quick. I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm just, like I said, thrown off my game. Now we can change the color of our
Yep, all is well so far.
indicator. So Alpha is going to be
Is that
red,
we're wasting
Bravo's
burning
blue.
so much time.
We have a Charlie
We
fire
wasted
team,
literally an
they're
hour.
yellow,
We should really
and a Delta fire
this should have been
team
presented to
will
him a little
be
bit more
green.
different, or else this time wouldn't have been wasted like this.
So at this point, you and the rest of your team need to make sure you are red. So on the GPS, it shows you as being red instead of just one giant blue blob. So the way you do that is hold down your Windows key, hit Control, Team Management, and join red.
Okay. Already done, Sergeant.
All right.
Copy that. Get in there.
So Private Duffy, I want you to join off of Sergeant Carroll, and then Specialist Reed. Once that happens, you can join because for some reason it's.
Sorry, I need you jumped in a recruit slot instead of an OSUT slot.
Yep. All right. And make sure you go red again, Private Duffy. There you go.
I'm supposed to go red, right? Since I'm Alpha, correct?
Yes, your entire team will go red. The entire Bravo fire team will go blue.
Okay. Okay.
So if you're
So when you look at your micro dagger, you'll see
keep reading on Mike.
3 red guys, 4 blue guys.
How are you, Ty? How are
And
you?
if your team, your fucking squad leader and your mic wants to go a different color to distinguish themselves, then you'll have a different color there. It makes it a hell of a lot easier to identify who is who.
Okay. I'll do that, Sergeant.
Alright.
Sorry,
Private
Mark.
Duffy, make sure you go red.
Sergeant Mark, get it?
Send it.
There's a pair of iPro on the ground right here for Alpha. Looks like he's missing him.
Yes, you see that? Alpha, right there.
Sergeant Margota, do I need to log out and log back in again?
No, just go control Windows, Windows control, and team management join red. When
I
you
guess
switch.
Sergeant did that once already.
Yeah, but you changed. You joined a different group, so it put you back. It reset you. There you go.
Copy.
Alright.
Alright, let's get to some more fucking learning here. You gonna take them over,
Affirm.
Sergeant Smith? Alright, copy.
Alright, you 4 stand up. Alpha, go ahead and bring your men over here to this flagpole. At the red flagpole, you're going to teleport to movement formations. And take your time when selecting it. Don't be too quick. Movement formations.
Oh.
Alright, come here and follow me over here. We're going to go up this tower. And take your time. Don't want any WIAs before the live fire happens. Alright, take the invitation over here. These 2 invitations right here. Yep, alright, go look at to the northwest. You see that red box? You're gonna follow that box the whole time. Alright, can everyone see it?
Hey, friend.
Copy this.
Okay, once again, you follow the red box the whole time. Wherever the red box is at represents that formation. I mean, I'll detail to you whether or not the box, like in the center information or whatever, enter whether or not it's a squad size or the fire team size. But first off here, though, this is a fire team file. It's just similar to what the formation you guys were just in earlier than your PCC formations. Now, in movement, the fire team file is a little bit more spaced out. You guys won't be nut to butt. Gonna make sure you have enough room for 2 guys to walk between you, or get between you. And the reason I want that spacing is because if a grenade or a 40mm grenade lands right beside you guys, it won't take out the whole fire team, but either 1 or 2 guys, or 3 maybe. But at least all of you won't go down from that explosion. Now, the fire team file is what I call a non-combat formation. And I'll tell you the reason for that in a few seconds later. Now, the fire team file is very strong on both of its flanks, which means if you take contact on your left or right flank, all 4 of the guys can be able to easily change to a fire team line and then get fire down to one of those 2 flanks if they can engage from one of the 2. However, though, it's extremely weak on the front and rear. Do you guys know the reason why it's weak from the front and rear? Any guess?
Let it out.
Any guess to reason why it's weak to the front and the rear?
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay.
Take a
If we
gander
get
at
in,
how the
if we
guys
get
are.
engaged in the front flank or the rear flank, how many people could engage that guy in a split second?
Only one?
Only one.
Only one. Yeah.
And if that person can't react quick enough, he gets knocked down. And then who else is gonna get knocked down?
Next in line.
Next in line.
Next in line.
Long as that machine gunner, and we look at where the red box is right now. If the machine gunner is right here and starts spraying down where that fire team is at, all of them is gonna tickle down like a domino. Till everyone's down, got the whole fire team down. That's the reason why this formation is weak in its front and rear flank. And it should do that as well. That's why I only call it as a non-combat formation. Because you don't want to put your team in an enemy or combat zone in this file. However though, fire team file is one of the most quickest movements can be in. It allows every infantryman to move at the quickest speed that they can be in without having to try to make sure their formation is at top notch. This file could be somewhat of a tiny zigzag, but it can still look like a file. And with that said though, this is a fire team file. Any questions with this formation?
Negative, Sergeant.
No, Sergeant.
Okay. Now, let's imagine that this formation is now looking to the left, and that's now a fire team line. Can you guys get what I'm saying right now?
Yes.
Take firm.
Okay.
Yes, Sergeant.
So if everyone's looking to their left or right, this is a fire team line. Sometimes they'll call this a skirmish line. Skirmish line is basically if you're in combat, you guys can immediately get yourself in somewhat of a line to be able to engage your contacts. Skirmish line or fire team line. Basically the same thing. Now, fire team line, and you'll hear another term called squad line later on. Both of those altogether use a formation when you're going to attack a position or an enemy known position. So if you know where the position of the enemy is at, you'll form this fire team line. What it does is that it brings all the firepower to the front of the friendlies. So, if you know where the enemies are at and you push on that position, you want to put all your firepower to the front flank. So you're going to get yourself in a fire team line to where everyone else have eyes on the enemy. However though, on the other hand, fire team line is one of the most dangerous formations to get in because you're putting all your gamble on the contacts being in front of you, not on your flanks. So if you get flanked on the left or right, once again, the domino effect will happen. The guy on the right or left flank, wherever you get engaged from, it'll keep toppling down until everyone's down because of that fire. Now in addition as well, their rear flank is a little bit weak because when they get shot at, if they have enough time to turn around, they'll be able to turn around. But if they can't turn around quick enough, then everyone else is going to get down before they can even get a chance to do so. Now the fire team line, like I said, once again, since we're limited on space over here, these guys will be a little bit more spaced apart. But the reason why they're a little sticked up together, because just to put them all together to help you guys see it a little bit more better, because of the spacing right now. But you guys know that all these formations we're showing you right now are a little bit more spaced apart. They're not this close as they are right now. Everyone understand me?
Affirm,
Affirm.
Sergeant.
Alright, any questions on the fire team line?
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. Alright, we'll move on to the fire team wedge. I want to see these four guys next to this wedge. Is in front of the red box. Yes, no?
Yes, Sergeant.
Yes,
Okay.
Sergeant.
Alright, this formation is a fire team wedge. Fire team wedge is one of the most go-to formations that any infantryman will pick. If you're trying to figure out what formation you guys are going to be in, think of a wedge. A wedge is very versatile. A wedge could be used whether or not we're in a friendly zone or an enemy combat zone. Also, a wedge can form into a line, into a file, and to a diamond. That's why the wedge is one of the most go-to formations and very versatile and very powerful formations that we'll be going into. Now, along with that, the wedge is extremely strong on both of its flanks and to the front. The only downfall about it is that the rear, like always, any other formation except for the diamond, will not always be protected. However, though, these gentlemen can easily just turn themselves around if they get engaged from their rear flank. Now, within the wedge, since you only got 4 guys in the fire team, one side's going to be weak, one side's going to be heavy. So, either there's going to be a heavy right or heavy left. The heavy side is going to be the AR and the rifleman. Grenadiers are always going to be on the weak side. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, the reason why the Grenadiers on the weak side and always going to be on the weak side is because his special weapon doesn't have to engage targets on a straight angle. Anyone know what special weapon the Grenadier has?
The M320
Yep,
grenade launcher.
The M203 or M320. The M320 or 203 fires in somewhat of an arc, not in a straight line. However, though, the AR, his only special weapon he has is basically that machine gun he's carrying, and he cannot fire over in an arch. The rifleman is carrying a rocket. His rocket does not fire in an arch. So, because this, so the reason why he's going to be on the weak side is because this allows every single man in the fire team to use your special weapon if need be immediately. That's the reason why they're going to be, that's why the Grenadiers are going to be on that weak side. Now, when we get into contact, you're always going to form that fire team line. So if they get in contact, the Grenadier could use his grenade launcher, use those grenade rounds in his grenade launcher, pop one or two rounds, and then immediately get online with everyone else. But when you get in contact, you're going to form that fire team line. But you always want to engage targets quickly as possible and get online with each other and engage them. So that's the reason why you want to do this first. Now, is this, what heavy side is this right now that you see right now? This is a wedge heavy what?
Looks like left to me, Sergeant.
Wedge heavy left.
Not from our, not from our perspective, from their perspective. Their perspective of the fire team out here. Remember, this fire team is looking behind us. So their left would be, our left would be their what? Left or right?
Right.
Right. So
heavy right.
Heavy right. Yes, that's a wedge heavy right. Any questions, fire team wedge?
Negative, Sergeant.
No, Sergeant.
All right. We'll move on towards the squad file. Squad file has every single thing all together, just as the fire team file. Everything I told you before, you write the same notes down for the squad file. Here's some little specific things I want to put in though. Now, with any information when it relates to a squad, you can have that point fire team, which is where those four guys on the right hand side of this box, or our left should say, of the box. Then you have the squad leader, squad medic. Those two guys on our left of the box. And then last, you have the trailing team. Those are the four guys on the left hand side of this red box. So that's every squad formation. You always have the point team and the trailing team. Now, generally, a squad, file will always happen if we're in a base. Whenever we're getting ourselves towards a bird, either towards a Chinook or towards a Black Hawk, will sometimes be in this fire team file to keep everyone else stick together, and we won't cause no congestion. And people all piled up together, so you'll know where your squad is at and where we're all moving towards. Now, outside the base, like I said, if we're in a friendly zone, or friendly control area, then we'll be in this squad file. But never whatsoever, a squad leader or team leader will never put his squad or team in a file. So this is what, like I said, once again, the squad file will be a non-combat formation. Now, in cases to where this is the worst case scenario, worst case scenario, like this is the last minute judgment when it happens. Now, in this scenario, let's say that we're being chased by a platoon or a company. We cannot engage it. We're being overwhelmed by that company, whatever. So we're being cornered in towards a minefield. We can't maneuver to the right or left, so we got to go through that minefield, and we're not able to call for no extraction. So when that happens, when you're crossed through a minefield, you're going to want to be in a squad file. Do you guys have somewhat of a guess why you want to be in a squad file and not in the other formation?
So that we're not stepping on new mines?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. That's somewhat correct. When that man in the front, sometimes we might have a mine detector. Always will put the man in the front who has a mine detector. You guys will be spaced out away from the man in the front. However, though, wherever that man just cleared out, he knows that there was no mines through, he'll travel through there. You're going to be smart enough to travel where he just came from. Don't be the idiot and blaze a trail and try to form a wedge. You're going to be in a file. You guys going to be one behind the other, so that he won't step on no new mines that he hasn't found or decided to avoid and went through a different path. That's why you're going to do it that way. However, though, if you're not quartered in, if there's no squad, no enemies chasing after you, and you cannot engage them, then try to avoid this minefield at the most highest priority. You could call for an extraction, get yourself out of that area, and then you could get inserted from a different place that's far away from that minefield. Or you could find a way around the minefield. But never cross through a minefield. I just gave you a scenario on why you might want to cross the minefield and why this formation will be very useful in it. Everyone understand me?
Copy that.
Understood.
Alright, you guys become a squad leader, and if you're a platoon sergeant, platoon leader, and I saw you cross that minefield, I will yell at you because I know I just told you how to avoid minefield and how to go around it. Alright, move on to the next formation. Everyone see that box is at now?
Copy that.
Copy that, Sergeant.
So let me bring it in a little bit closer to you guys. Down in front of you. Alright, so once again, this team in the front is what? What kind of team? Starts with a P. Did not hear you. Alright, it's the point team.
Point team.
Yep, so when we say Alpha, you take point, you're going to be in the front. Just like this. This team in the rear is what? Starts with a T. Trailing team. So when we say Bravo, you're in the rear, or Bravo, you're the trailing team, then you guys are going to be behind the squadron and squad medic. Now this formation is a squad column. Squad column always has a wedge and a diamond in that formation. Now, it doesn't matter who's taking point or front, but it doesn't matter which formation is in the point or front. However, though, in my casing and Sergeant Margiotta's casing, the team's always in the front will always be in a wedge. Here's the reason why. If we would have put that point team in a diamond, the man in the rear of that diamond would not be able to engage any targets that comes to the front flank of the enemies, of us, I should say. Now, in versus as well, if the wedge is in the rear, we got nobody in the rear of that formation, so no one's watching our direct 6 o'clock. Yes, maybe the guy in the very end of the wing of that wedge, and the wings are basically this left and this right. So the far guy in the wing, which is this guy right here, yes, maybe he could watch the rear, but there's no one basically in a direct center. So if we get engaged from our rear, he's gonna take out that one guy, which is this point man, and then immediately he has access to taking out the squad leader and squad medic. And versus if we're in this diamond right now, if he takes out the guy in the rear, automatically this team will have enough chance to turn around, and this will give the squad leader and squad medic enough time to lay down and give out that contract report and bring it up to the platoon net. That's why you want to have this diamond in the rear, so that the squad leader and squad medic is protected by two guys. The fire team leader, the fire team in that team, and along with the whoever else is in this rear. Usually we'll have the AR at the rear of the diamond. Any questions so far? I'm still not done with the squad column.
Yes, Sergeant.
Go ahead.
What was the name of the squad formation?
Squad column.
Thank you, Sergeant.
In the squad column, you have the point team in a wedge, the rear team in a diamond. Alright. Alright, so we'll move on, continue. Alright, so next, sorry, someone got me off track. Remember. Alright, so we're gonna move on. Next is a term called traveling overwatch. Traveling overwatch means that you're gonna have the point team taking the lead about 50 meters away. That trailing team, along with the squad leader, squad mic, is gonna be traveling about 50 meters away from that point team. So, just like I said, you could either say that the point team's 50 meters in front, or the trailing team's 50 meters behind the point team. Now, to continue, basically, this point team is basically providing overwatch for the rest of the element of this squad. So, if you guys get what I mean by overwatch, that means that they're getting reconnaissance. They're trying to figure out and see, alright, what is the whole squad about to get themselves into? So, if this point team takes contact, what formation will they form? Remember what formation I told you guys if you're always getting in contact? Starts with the L. Line. You're going to form a line.
Form a line.
So they're going to get a line to engage the contacts in the front. Now they were able to establish their overwatch. They got reconnaissance. Now they know that there's contacts in the front. They're going to form a line so everyone else can bring their firepower to the front of the element. Now with this trailing team, the squad leader and squad member, being 50 meters behind, and we're pretending that they're actually 50 meters to 100 meters behind, they're able to get enough time, enough room to hear the contact report. And you guys remember the contact report? It was said to you yesterday, Tuesday. The contact report was basically, we got contact front 50 meters up ahead. Now this trailing team is able to now maneuver. They were told that there's contacts in the front, so they can either maneuver to the left or maneuver to the right. So I mean left, well I mean as in our right or our left. So when I say left or right, I'll talk about our left and right so you guys get what I mean. So we're going to say they're going to maneuver to the left. I mean our right, I should say. They're going to maneuver to our right. So they're going to form into a wedge heavy what? Contacts, if they're maneuvering left, maneuvering on our right side, the contacts would be on their right. So what wedge would they be in?
They would be holding a left heavy wedge.
No, the contacts will be on their right. So you want to have, so what formation would they be in?
A right heavy.
There you go, heavy right.
Wedge.
Right, so we're going to have the rifleman go on the left side, the right side, along with the AR, and then these guys will keep pushing down. And they're going to go as far as into basically the whole right flank has eyes on the enemies to the right. Once they are, what formation are they going to form? Because now they know all the enemies are to their right. What formation are you going to form now? I told you, what formation are we going to do to gamble that all of our enemies are to our to a certain position? What formation are we going to form? Starts with the L. Fire team what? Starts with the L.
A fire team line.
Fire team line. Once again, fire team line, you're going to form this formation. When you're in contact, you're going to form a line formation. Skirmish line means that you're staying there and you're forming a line. If you're maneuvering, and if the contacts are to either your right flank, left flank, front flank, whatever, you're going to form a line facing towards the contacts. And then you're going to move, push, and clear out the position where the contacts are at. So now since this whole fire team is in the wedge, and the whole contacts are on the right flank now, everybody's going to get on line facing to the right. To now, where now they're facing to their right, but now it's to their front. And they're going to move and clear out the position. Once they get in front of the line of fire of that team that's basically providing overwatch, remember that first team that got on the skirmish line? Remember that? And be honest with me, you guys get what I'm saying? That team that was in the skirmish line.
Copy that, Sergeant.
So this team right here by this box. So this team by this box in this skirmish line. Okay? This team right here. I want to see this team by this box right here. Yes or no?
Roger that, Sergeant.
Alright, this team by this box is a maneuvering team. The team that I just showed you before that's in the skirmish line, they're basically the base of fire. They're the support team. So this maneuvering team is going to keep pushed up towards the contacts. Once they're basically in the line of fire of that support team, they're going to tell them to shift fire or lift their fire. At this case, they can't shift their fire. There's no more contacts anywhere, so they're going to lift their fire. So you're going to tell, remember this guys, as the fire team leader, tell that team to lift their fire. Once I tell them to lift the fire, and once the fire is lifted, they're going to keep clearing out the position. You're going to keep pushing until you clear out the outskirts of the enemies. So you're going to move past to where the enemies are at and make sure it's clear. Once that's clear, then you're going to let your squad leader and that other fire team leader, hey, area's clear, you can move up on our position. You guys will get this sooner or later, a little bit more and better. But I want to make sure you guys get this, because this is something you're going to have to do during day 4. If you do not get it, you're going to end up not being able to maneuver correctly and properly. And you're going to start having enemy elements maneuver on you, since you can't maneuver on the enemies properly. Everyone understand me?
Copy that, Sergeant.
So this is where you got to fill in for squad training to get what you mean by maneuvering. You can ask other squad leaders, hey, what does it mean to maneuver? So if Sergeant Margiotta and I aren't on, you want to get more information on how to maneuver, and we're not on, ask another squad leader. Alright, any questions with the squad column and traveling Overwatch?
No, Sergeant.
No,
Alright.
Sergeant.
And we're going to touch bases on maneuvering later on, once we finish going over these squad formations. Alright. Alright, everyone sees this formation in front of you now. Where this red box is at.
Affirm.
Alright,
A-firm.
this is a squad line. This is a squad line. And if you guys remember, what I said before on why you'll form a line, why would this team form a line? If they know what?
If they know the enemy's location, correct?
Yep. If they know the enemies would be to their direct front, they'll form this line formation. Bring all their firepower to the front. So, if let's say where we're sitting right now is an enemy compound, they'll form this squad line. Because they already have another squad covering them to allow them to push on that position so they don't have to bound or anything like that. Because they're already being covered by another friendly squad. So they'll form this squad line. Now, you guys notice this squad line looks a little bit different than the fire team line, correct?
Affirm.
A-firm.
What does it look like these fire teams are doing? What formation look like they're creating?
They're creating like a W.
Yeah, but W.
W.
And that's what squad looks like. Squad looks like it's doing a W, and then if in their perspective it's an M, it's an M. But if you look individually on these fire teams, so let's say these guys were here next to this box. That's a fire team right there. What formation are they forming?
A wedge formation.
Wedge, yep. So both teams are forming a wedge. This team right here is forming a wedge heavy right, and this team right here is forming a wedge heavy what?
Left.
Heavy left. So in a squad line is not two teams in a fire team line. A squad line is two fire teams in a wedge. And if one of the fire teams on the right side of the squad leader, then they're going to be in a wedge heavy right. And the other fire teams on the left hand side of the squad leader, then they're going to be in a wedge heavy left. Now if you notice, the squad and squad medics right here. So if you were told to form that squad line, you got to make sure that you yourself and the person behind you, that AR and a grenadier, is in front of the squad leader. Never let your squad leader be in front of you guys. You guys got to be ones taking point. The squad leader is the only person who has the quickest and direct communication to platoon HQ. So if you guys go down or you guys take fire, he's the one who could call for help, to call for other squads to come in for any request for a fire mission from the mortars or for any cast runs and like that. He's the only person that can request that up to the platoon HQ, and the platoon HQ would try their best to get that from company. Alright, so let's continue. Now, the only reason why they're not in a straight horizontal line is because this time they're gambling the lives of the whole squad, not just a fire team. Now, a fire team being a straight horizontal line, okay, they have another fire team that's part of the squad within 50 meters from them. So if that whole fire team goes down, they got a fire team that's within quick reaction to save that fire team. However, on this case, this is a whole squad in the line. The only quickest support for them is 600 meters away. So if they go down, they have to wait for that squad at 600 meters away to get to their position, fight through the contacts, and try to get to them. So in this case, they cannot gamble that both of their flanks will be somewhat secured. So in case of that, that's why those fire teams will create that wedge. That way their right and left flank is secured. So if we take contact on the right flank, this fire team on the right hand side would immediately form what formation? I said it many times.
Line.
Line. They'll form that line formation. All of them facing towards this red box. And that fire team on the left hand side, our right, will maneuver around and take out the contacts. Just I showed you guys how to maneuver. They're going to form that wide berth. Now, everything I told you guys about what a fire team line does is almost the same thing what a squad line does. I just took all things different with just the way it looks and the reason why it's looked like that. And why the formations form a little bit more different. Any questions with the squad line?
No, sorry.
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. We're almost done with these formations along with the squad formations. Alright, everyone see what I just put in front of you now.
Copy that.
Alright.
Copy that.
This is a squad stagger column. Stagger column can be formed in two different ways. Now listen up, this is how it can be formed. Everyone see the two guys on the left hand side of this box and two guys on the right hand side of this box.
Affirm.
Roger that.
That is a fire team. And that's called what? A what fire team? Point or trailing. Let's say they're moving to our right. It's a point. Point. There you go. Point fire team.
Point.
These two guys in the center is what?
Is a
No. I'm not asking for point or trailing. I'm sorry, I should have been more specific. specific. But what billet are these two guys are? Who's never in the fire team? Who's two guys in the squad who's never in the fire team? Squad leader, squad medic.
Squad lead.
Yep, squad leader, squad medic is never in the fire team. They're always in the center of every formation or at the rear of formation. Alright, start from the beginning. This is the what?
This is the
Point or trailing fire team?
This is the point
Fire team. So if you're alpha, you'll be on point, or bravo, either or. This is the what? Who are these two guys? What's their billet? Squad lead and squad medic. There you go. And this is what kind of team? Point or trailing team?
Trailing team.
Trailing team. There we go. All right, now we continue. All right, so you have this point team and trailing team. This is the way you can form this staggered column. Usually, a staggered column will be created if we're traveling on the road. So I should say, staggered columns always happens when we're traveling on the road. Now, if we're traveling on the road and we're not going to no town, then we'll form this staggered column most of the time. So we're going to have that point team and this trailing team. Also, if we're not traveling on the road, then we'll form this kind of, and I tell you guys form a staggered column, as far as Margie, I tell you guys form a staggered column, or any squad leader tell you to form a staggered column, then this staggered column you'll create. This way you still have that point team and that trailing team. So, once again, if you're traveling on the road, you'll form a staggered column. Now, if we're traveling on this road and we're not traveling towards a town or whatever, then we'll form a staggered column until way we have the point team and a trailing team. Any questions so far?
Negative. Sergeant.
Okay. Now, if we're traveling on the road and only on the road, and we're traveling this road towards a town, then the four guys on the left-hand side of this box, the two in the top left, two in the bottom left, and the two in the top right, and the two in the bottom right, those guys will be one separate fire team. So let's say where this red box is at is a road. So the guys, in this respect to our position, the guys in front of that box will be one fire team on that side of the street, and the guys behind that box will be another fire team on the other side of the street. So if we're traveling on that road and about to perform mount and we're about to get into the town, we'll form that staggered column this kind of way. This way, that one fire team on that side of the street can clear out those buildings. So that whole fire team is in charge of that side of the street and clear out those buildings. The other fire team will be in charge of that street and clear out the buildings on that side of the street. This way, you don't have a point fire team clearing buildings on both sides of the street, spreading that fire team thin. So to prevent that, the four guys on that side of the street, two of them will clear out buildings, the other two will provide security. They'll worry about trying to communicate on squad net, telling the other fire team, hey, can you get security over here, or I need you guys to get security, or we're about to move. No, you don't have to worry about that. All you gotta do is make sure that you guys are online with each other. Now, another reason why we'll create this formation is if we're moving with the vehicles. And by the way, before I continue though, this is squad leader, squad medic will be at the rear. Now, another way we'll form this formation, no, actually, disregard. The only way we'll form this formation is if we're traveling on the road towards a town. And when we're in the town, then we'll stick this formation as well. Any questions? Am I confusing anybody?
No, sorry.
No, Sergeant.
Alright, and be honest guys, we don't want you guys to be confused when it comes to day 4. Alright, lastly is this staggered column with a vehicle escort. Alright, so everyone remember the staggered column I told you about? You have the point team and the trailing team. And then you have the squad leader, squad medic in the center. Everyone remember that?
Yes, sir.
Alright,
Yes, Sergeant.
so wherever we're traveling with the vehicle, we're about to enter, whenever we're dismounted, I should say. Whenever we're dismounting, whenever we do a soft dismount and we're traveling on that road, this is how you're going to do it. These two guys, let me start with the guys in the front. These two guys in the front are basically just taking the front of the whole squad. So they're killing any contacts in the front. They're the ones in charge of clearing out the buildings if we're going to a town. That's their primary purpose. Their role is basically just to maneuver. Squad and squad medic would just always be in front of that vehicle and always will be behind that point team or that maneuver team. And then you got this trailing team. Anyone know where or have any guess to where the other two guys in this fire team is at? Any guess? Just throw out a guess. Where would these other two guys be at?
Trailing.
Trailing.
Yeah, of course they'll
In the
be
rear.
trailing, but I'm saying there's 4 guys in the fire team, right? All you see is 2 right here. Where's the other 2? They're in the vehicle. The other 2 guys are in the vehicle. So that means that this fire team's in charge of the vehicle. So if you're in charge of the vehicle, then you will be at the rear of this whole formation. The vehicle will be at the rear. And then the 2 guys who are dismounted, that's usually the fire team leader, and the AR, you guys will be at the rear. Like I said, you guys will get this a little bit more once you get into a billet. It requires more experience for you guys to get what I'm saying to you. Any questions?
Negative, Sergeant.
Negative,
Alright,
Sergeant.
any questions with all the formations we went over?
Not today, Sergeant.
Negative.
Okay, are we sure?
Hey, firm.
Alright, go ahead and follow me. Alright, we're going down this stairs and go back towards the pole.
Hey, Maria. While he was teaching, I fat fingered S and I walked right off the fucking tower. Yeah, I walked right the fuck off.
Luckily I saw that, or else you've never been healed. Alright, come over here to
No, I'm good.
S3 staging area. You're gonna see that on the red flag, S3 staging area. Alright, come over here to the white flag. To the white flag and go to movement course. Everyone see that?
Movement course.
Hey, for
Thanks, by the way, Smith.
yep, no problem. Alright, you two here?
Yes.
Alright,
Hey, firm.
do we need to use the bathroom?
I'm good.
Do we need to take any liquids?
Negative, Sergeant.
Okay. Go get yourself a 30-second then. A 30-second break real quick. Get whatever you need to do. When you're back, get yourself a rally right on Sergeant Margetta. He's right here. 30 seconds first snap.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Alright, sorry I didn't see your message earlier, Ty, but... Yes?
If I may make a request. Just
Go ahead.
an idea I had last time I filled in.
Go ahead.
Instead of trying to explain what happens during the danger crossing with the 4 static people, I think we have 4 fill-ins. Want to just do it that way?
I know that's stuff that's usually time consuming. We don't do that. That's why we, when Lieutenant Lewis built the template, he actually put guys to explain it. Actually, no. Well, that's all up to Sergeant Margetta if he wants to. If when he's done reading literature, if he keeps going, then it's up to him. But actually, though, we do have enough people, and that is the easy way for them to learn, is by
Instead
seeing
of
live
having-
demonstration, than just seeing those guys right there. So
Yeah,
explain the
instead of
process
having
while you
four
guys are doing it. Yeah.
Margetta stand up and
We'll
try to be
see.
a full fire
We'll
team
see.
at the
Yep,
same
we'll see.
time.
Yeah, that's why those demonstrators right there. In terms of if we don't have enough people.
Alright, if you're back, stand up. Alright, that's all I need for it now. Alright, gentlemen, follow me. Alright. So we're gonna get into movement, and a little bit later on we will get into maneuvering. But for right now, we are doing movement. So, tactical movement is the movement of a unit assigned a tactical mission under combat conditions. When, and this is underlined, fucking highlighted, exclamation point, when not in direct ground contact. That is movement. When you're fucking moving from point A to point B and not in direct contact with the enemy. Everybody understand that?
Noted, Sergeant.
Understood, Sergeant.
Alright. So you can be walking past a fucking enemy soldier with a gun at fucking low ready and him not see you, and that is not being in contact. Start shooting at you, that is the definition of fucking contact. So your movement, they're not shooting at you. They're not engaging you. Not a contact.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Alright.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Now, some keys to moving successfully involves selecting the best combination of movement formations and movement techniques. So Sergeant Smith went over a bunch of movement formations. Each one has its fucking use. Now, obviously, leaders need to consider the factors of surprise, MET-TC, and selecting the best route and the appropriate formation and movement technique. The leader's selection must maintain cohesion, maintain communication, maintain momentum, provide maximum protection, and last but not least, make enemy contact in a manner that allows them to transition smoothly to offense or defense action. Careless movement usually results in contact with the enemy at a time and place of the enemy's choosing. That's not what we want. That is fucking textbook. Fucking them ambushing us. Or us just being so fucking tunnel vision that we just walked upon enemies and they didn't even know we were coming. That's even fucking worse. So, always keep your eyes out when moving. Now, did he mention the difference between traveling and traveling Overwatch to you, gentlemen?
Check notes. Very briefly.
Yeah, very briefly.
Alright. So traveling and traveling Overwatch traveling is going to be done in different, or can be done in different formations. Squad column is one of those formations where you have fire team in front, your squad leader, squad medic in the middle, and a fire team in the rear. Traveling is when the possibility of contact is not likely. That which it notes with traveling. Traveling is done when contact with the enemy is not likely. Traveling Overwatch, complete opposite. Traveling Overwatch is initiated when contact with the enemy is very likely. And the reason for the difference between the two, traveling bunches the squad up. Now, it makes the squad easier to control for the squad leader, but like I said, the two fire teams are closer together while moving. Now, the traveling Overwatch pushes the point fire team out further while in movement. So if you do come into contact with the enemy, the point fire team will be the only team to come under contact because they're pushed out further than the rest of the squad. That's the benefit of traveling Overwatch. So that's as far as I'm going to go with that without using it too much. Pretty simple thing to do. You'll get the hang of it.
Copy that, Sergeant.
All right. So, yep, planning and selecting a route is a critical leader skill to be able to look at a map and see where point A and point B is and find a route get from point A to point B. Not just a straight line. It could be zigzag left and right, following the terrain to give you the upper hand. You always want to try to better your position, no matter. Even you're not in contact and you're just moving from point A to point B, you always want to move your guys in a manner that if at this moment you came into contact, you have the best possibility to succeed. So, way you can go down into a fucking draw or lower area with deflate on either side would be a lot better than fucking running out on a fucking open field. So, a lot of stuff that you got to keep in mind when moving fire team and or squad from point A to point B. And going from point A to point B like that is a route. Routes are broken into segments called legs. That helps manage them. So, the saying, how to eat an elephant, and fucking one bite at a time. So, you move from point A to point B, one leg at a time.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Yep.
Copy that, Sergeant. Sergeant, I have a question.
Did it?
So, so I guess getting like the high ground on your routes would be a good thing if you do tend to run into contact that's possibly lower than you.
Yes and no. You'll see day 3 this Tuesday. I will go over terrain features and whatnot, and I'll give you the pros and cons of each. So yeah, you'll see how having a high ground is not always the best option.
Okay.
Alright. Now, like I said earlier, you have multiple rally points, fucking phase lines, checkpoints between your start and end point, which makes up a route. Now, at those rally points, even though there's ones, you got Overwatch, you got fucking like our initial rally point, a fucking objective rally point, planned, unplanned rally points, all those different rally points, you're going to basically do the same thing. Even though they got different names, the actions at those rally points are going to be the same. So first and foremost, you're going to establish security at a rally point. Reestablish chain of command if it's broken. Account for personnel and equipment status. If you are carrying a 100-round belt for the AR, that's a great time to fucking yell at him, hey, how you doing on fucking belts? You know, I got one for you. And he'll say he needs it or just hold on to it. It's a lot easier to do it then when fucking bullets are flying at your head.
I have a question, Sergeant.
Did it?
I don't know if it's changed or not, but if we get to a holding point and we've had a KIA, how will the formation change, or formations change going forward until he gets back?
You're just gonna have to fucking pick up that person's slack. You know, you're just gonna go from a 4-person to a 3-person fire team. You know, you can't just have one buddy team and let him be off by himself, so that person's gonna have to join up with the 3-person buddy team. And it's just more communication is gonna have to happen because you have that odd man now. Because you know, you got buddy team members that are used to working together. When you got somebody tagging along now, you know, it puts a wrench in the system, and you could forget about them. Not intentionally, just, you know, on accident. So, you know, communication needs to get fucking ramped up.
Hey, firm, thanks.
Yep, no problem. Alright, so like I said, account for personnel and equipment status. Now, the account for personnel shouldn't have to happen at a fucking rally point. You know, that'd be too late if you look around and see that fucking, you know, Joe Blow is fucking gone. You know, and it's been fucking 15 minutes since the last time anybody's seen him. He's pretty well fucked. And his battle buddy is pretty well fucked because that's the definition of a fucking battle buddy. You know, you got each other to fucking get through this shit. So you lose your fucking battle buddy, you know. There's no fucking excuse. You can fucking give an excuse, but it won't be good enough at all.
Copy that.
Now, yep. Now, equipment status. I gave one example, but it doesn't hurt to take the initiative, and we do things which are called ACE. Give me an ACE check. So it is ammo, casualty, equipment. So when you get to rally point, you look at all the shit you have. Okay, you know, I got, you know, started off with, say, 10 magazines. Now I'm down to 5. All right, well, I need to keep an eye on that. But I'm going to call it up, let them know, you know, I'm down to 5 magazines. If you're a rifleman, like Specialist Reed is, and he shoots his AT-4, well, it's a pretty important thing that he needs to call up with that fucking ACE check. Even if he's called it up before, you know, should call it up again, remind the fucking squad lead, his fire team, that he's fucking, you know, down black on AT. That's a very important thing. Casualty. If you're hurt, you need fucking the medic to come fucking kiss your bobo. Need some love juice for him. Because you're fucking screen slashing like crazy. It's a great time. What's not a great time is when fucking bullets are flying and he has fucking 2 guys down and he's trying to get up. You know, don't ask him for fucking help at that point. I'm pretty sure everybody here has gone through operations where they haven't got a single morphine from the doc and they just fucking push through it. So don't get fucking hurt that he's not giving you fucking medication.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Roger that, Sergeant.
Now, definitely keep an eye on yourself. not something we go through, but something that you're gonna have to do is you know how to fucking bandage yourself, correct? If you were to be shot right now, you know how to fucking put a bandage on it and stop the bleeding, correct?
Affirm, Sergeant.
Affirm, Sergeant. We
All
use that using the ACE system.
Yes. All right, that's good. So make sure you're always bandaging yourself. If you run out of bandages, fucking call the doc, or call your team lead and get him to get the doc over there. He carries enough bandages, so if you run out, he'll give you more. Now, equipment. That goes with the AT4, the law. If you're out of fucking smokes, good thing to know. 40 mics, demo blocks, stuff like that. So, keeping your team lead, your squad lead up and up on the readiness or the percentage of how well you're fucking equipped is a pretty good thing. Next, for which do it at rally point, obviously what I just went over is account for personnel and equipment status. Next will be to determine how long to wait until continuing the unit's mission or link up at a follow-on rally point that is higher up. That's not something for you to worry about. You fucking, at that point, you're in a fire team, you're AR, Grenadier Rifleman, your fucking job is to establish security and account for your equipment and your battle buddy, make sure he's good, he's bandaged up. You're covering your sectors at that point. These last two are mainly for your fire team leader and your squad leader. So determine how long to wait. And then last but not least is complete last instructions. So it's pretty simple, especially when you're just starting out. You have just a few things to do at a rally point. Establish security, check on yourself, check on your battle buddy, and let your fire team leader know the status of your equipment. Now, if you have a rally point after just leaving the fucking base, you don't have to give them an equipment check because you still have everything. So, you know, just use common sense on that. You know, you just had a huge firefight y'all just got out of, and y'all fucking maneuvering somewhere else, and you're doing a fucking short halt while you got up to a rally point, then that'd be a good idea to let him know how you're doing. So, just use your brain. Alright. Now, chances are you're going from point A to point B, there will be a road somewhere in the mix. There are things called danger areas. A road is one of those. More technical term for that is a linear danger crossing. Other danger areas, some of these might be fucking funny, because they are, but it's an example of a danger area. So, examples are open areas, roads and trails, villages, enemy positions, minefields, streams, and wire obstacles. Just some few to name for danger areas. Obviously, everything's a fucking danger area when you're on the battlefield, but some are a little bit more dangerous than others. Like this, for example, because it's a nice wide open area that you gotta cross, and coming out of the bush into something like this, you know, somebody can see you a long distance away. Because last time I checked, our fucking camo does not work with fucking asphalt. Alright, so I'm gonna teach you, or at least describe what to do when you need to cross a linear danger area, linear danger crossing like the one that is behind me. You need to cross the road. You need to first, are you in contact? If you're in contact with enemy, forget setting up a danger crossing. There's no need. You're already engaged with the enemy. Just fucking push across. Use tactics to get from where you're at and keep pushing until you clear out the enemy. Now, if you're not in contact with enemy, it is a pretty good idea. Set up a danger crossing. Now, the way you're going to do that is first recognize that it is a danger crossing. Now, the squad leader cannot always see that, so he's relying on the point fire team. If they come up on it and they see that it's a danger crossing that needs to be secured, they can call up, let this fucking squad leader know, hey, actual, this is either Alpha Bravo. We have a linear danger area ahead. Fucking squad leader will call a short halt. At that point, everybody should be getting up security, 360 security. Squad leader will go up to the point fire team, have a look-see. He'll either deem it worthy or not worthy of setting up security. It's his fucking prerogative. It's fucking squad leader. If he wants to set it up, he'll fucking tell the point fire team, you know, Alpha Bravo, I want you to set security for this fucking danger crossing. At that point, he doesn't need to say anything else. Fucking, he tells his fucking team leader he needs this fucking danger crossing secured. They're going to work. And what they're going to do is, you see the two gentlemen on this side of the road, one here, one here. Since we're coming from this way and we're going to be crossing and pushing that away, this is the near side. The team leader and his battle buddy, which is, somebody tell me, Mason, Duffy, just blurt it out. Who's the team leader's battle buddy?
Sergeant.
Not names, just the grenadier, rifleman, AR. Who buddies up with the team lead?
The auto rifleman.
Yes. So it's going to be the team leader and the auto rifleman. Are going to be on this side. They're going to set near side security. Now it does matter which direction the AR is facing. So right now this road runs fucking east to west. If chances of us getting engaged are on the east side, put the fucking AR on the east side. Makes sense, right?
Yes.
Copy that.
Alright. So AR take the east side, the fucking team leader take the fucking west side. As soon as the AR is set, he's gonna call to his team lead, his battle buddy, saying that so-and-so is set. The team lead will call up to the other pair of buddies and let them know, hey, the near side security is set. Now, the other buddy, which is your rifleman and your grenadier, they will set the far side security. Now, they're going to push through the middle here. They're not going to fucking run out and cross the barrel. They're going to push through the center. Follow me. They're going to push out about 50 meters or so. and they're gonna fucking get a lookout. They're gonna look left, right, downrange, far, near. They're gonna do that for about 15 seconds. What they're doing is a quick recon of possible enemy contacts or possible enemies on this side of the road, on the far side of the road. And the reason why they're doing that is because once the security is set and that point fire team is now laying on the road, providing security, the first two people that are gonna fucking push across is your squad leader and your fucking squad medic. The two people you don't want fucking taking bullets to the face as soon as they fucking get to the other side of the road. So that is the purpose of this quick recon on this side. So that battle buddy pair fucking came over here. They seen there was no fucking threat. Now they're gonna come back. And you're gonna set up the far side security. Yes, it's gonna matter. I would put the fucking grenadier facing the same direction as the AR. Have your rifleman facing the direction the team lead is facing. Now, this buddy team is not a fucking democracy. It's fucking still military. So the 2IC of that buddy team, or the 2IC of the fire team, which is going to be in that buddy team, is going to be in charge of said buddy team. So that would be Private Duffy. You will call up to your team lead and say, far side security is set. Once your battle buddy, which is the rifleman, calls up to you and lets you know that he is set. We don't work on assumptions. So once he says he's set, Duffy, you call up to fucking Mason. You know, Alpha, this is Duffy. Far side security is set. Once you get that information, Private Mason or Alpha, call up to Actual. Actual, this is Alpha. Danger crossing is secure. Once that happens, the squad leader will push through with the squad medic, and the trailing fire team will push through. Take a walk with me real quick. You stay right there in the road. Now, as the last person in the trailing fire team, which is the fucking rifleman, as he's pushing through, he's gonna say last man, and he's gonna keep pushing through. He will say last man for the men on the near side. That lets them know that obviously they're the last now in formation. That also is a key for them to fucking recover, and they start pushing through. Now the last person out of that buddy team who crosses the far side here, they will call last man and keep pushing. That lets the far side security team know that they are the last in a formation and to recover. Now all of that can be done while movement, on the fly. Like the fucking point fire team, squad leader, and squad medic do not have to fucking stop for y'all to get recovered from this security. It's all a flow. Rifleman and the trailing fire teams called last man. Near side security recovers, they push through, they call last man. The far side security recovers and they fucking join up on their fucking team leader and AR. All while in movement. Makes sense? Makes your brain hurt? Yes, no?
Copy that, Sergeant.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Alright. This will come with fucking practice. I'm not gonna hammer it into y'all, but it will come with practice. And we want to fucking keep stops, halts down to a minimum because we're a fucking light infantry group. What we have is fucking speed and violence of action. The little bit of assets we have in a way of air help out, but they're not always there. So we gotta rely on fucking speed to destroy the enemy. Alright, so this is setting up a danger crossing. Any questions before we move on?
No, Sergeant.
Negative,
Alright.
Sergeant.
Alright. Follow me. Alright. This is a fucking long halt. You have short halts, which are, you know, roughly 30 seconds or so, but this is a fucking long halt. This is, you're gonna be here for a good little while. This gentleman here is your squad leader. Right here. He is going to point in the direction he wants security facing. So he's pointing in that direction here. So that is the 12 o'clock of the security. Your two guys here and two guys there are part of the same fire team. So you'll have your grenadier pointing 12 o'clock position, your rifleman pointing over here to your fucking, what is that, 10 o'clock? Your AR pointing at the 12, and his battle buddy, the team lead, pointing at the 2. And you're gonna have the complete mirror of that on the back half. These two gentlemen here, and the other two over there are part of the same fire team. They're bringing up the rear security. So you're gonna have your fucking AR and grenadier looking in that direction. And you're gonna have their fucking buddies looking off diagonal of them. Now, this is condensed for learning purposes. Don't ever do a long halt this fucking tight with each other. This is suicide. A mortar come down, kill everybody. Fuck, even a well-placed frag can take out more than half of this squad. So keep it spread out, especially with buddies. This is way too close. I know there's fucking comfort in being close with your fucking buddy, but it's fucking more dangerous than helpful.
Copy that, Sergeant.
Yep, this is a long halt. Yeah, if you don't find cover, go prone. Cover is something hard that will stop bullets. And the same thing goes for when it's a short halt. Short halt, you're gonna stay in formation for the most part. Y'all remember what a fire team wedge looks like, correct? You have your fucking team lead with the AR and then rifleman and a grenadier on one side by himself.
Affirm.
Affirm, Sergeant.
When you're stopped in that kind of a formation, I'm going to say use that one for example because that's a formation we use a lot. Alright, let's say, imagine there's nobody here, and for some reason your squad lead calls a short halt in the field. At the very least, fucking kneel. But you want to keep your sectors covered. Don't want to just stay here and stand up fucking covering your sector, then you're just a fucking easy target. At least go fucking kneeling. If you can fucking deal with it, with the fucking grass, you can go prone. So, like I said, any kind of halt, rally point, halt, want to keep security first and foremost. Might be born holding security on the left flank when fucking shit's happening on the right flank, and you want to fucking sit there and you want to keep looking back behind you, see what's going on. Next thing you know, fucking enemy comes up on your side and fucking puts a round to your head and a couple other rounds in your fucking buddies. It's born, but fucking hold your security. Watch your sector and don't drop it. Alright.
Yeah, Sergeant.
Roger that, Sergeant.
Now I am going to take y'all on a little tour of some terrain. This will be a little taste of day 3 on the upside of what I'm about to show you, so just follow me, gentlemen. Alright, so just keep following me, So this is, I don't know, like a fucking gully or some shit. This is where runoff come down, eroded the ground, and it's lower than the surrounding terrain. So right now, if we're using this to get from point A to point B, you notice how the ground is raised up on our sides. Well, it helps out with keeping our fucking silhouette from the fields patrolling. So Definitely, you know. That that kind of initiative is fucking awesome. You know, I would love for a fire team leader to do that. So follow me.
Alpha team, we are ready to move out. Everybody ready? Copy that. Alright, Alright, move up. Where are we going? We're... Okay, alright, alright, we are moving to, we are moving to bearing 060 to the color flags, time now, over. Copy out. Copy that. You got to hit Control C or double tap C, Alpha. So you go to a jog, not a fucking sprint. Copy that. Halt, halt. Keep pushing through it, keep pushing through it. Alright, let's keep pushing through this, crossing here to the target area.
If we had more time, I would love to see it, but we are tight on time.
Watch these rocks that's coming up in front of it, in front of us.
Alright, hold. Alright, hold.
Alright, has everyone made it? Everyone's equipment good? Green screen. Green. Green.
Alright, once all your team is here, come over here.
Be a fucking... No, you gotta get on them. You can't fucking... puppy dog them. Fucking be assertive. You know, when you get to this point, alright, Alpha, fucking short halt. Get security. You know. Let them know what's going on. But also you gotta trust, you know, that little bit of information you give them is gonna be sufficient enough for them to fucking do their job. Shouldn't have to hold their hand the entire time. Make your life a hell of a lot easier when you can trust that they know what they're doing.
Hey,
All
Prime
right.
Sergeant. Copy that.
So, next little portion here is, alright, so you're all still semi in formation. No, not really, but...
Sergeant Margiotta.
Alright, fucking you had contact. All of a sudden,
You're
bang,
whispering,
bang.
Smith.
Sergeant Margiotta, I got this portion if you don't mind.
Alright, yep, go for it.
Alright. Come over here, gentlemen. Alright. Now first things first. When you're in movement, it's always movement. When you're ever taking contacts, that's movement. When you take contact, now you're just transitioning to maneuver. You're never going to keep yourself in movement whenever you're taking contact. So, what happens when you take contact, and how you're going to transition to maneuver? As soon as the first shots go off, you're going to hit deck. So, you guys know how you came from that checker flag over here, correct?
Copy, Sergeant.
Alright, you in a wedge formation. You guys took shots. So what are you going to do first off? I just said it earlier.
You're going to... Oh, go ahead, Private Duffy.
Alright, this is where pay attention
That
comes into key. So when shots go off, you're gonna hit the deck. So what I mean by that, you're gonna lay on the ground. There you go. And then you're gonna seek where those shots are coming from. The reason for that is because you want to know where you gotta run from your cover. So we took shots to our left. So what cover should we run to? What's the closest cover to us? Right next to you.
The rock wall.
Yep. Go ahead and crawl to rock walls. Go ahead and crawl to it. Now you're in cover. Now you're online. Immediately what you do. So if you try to play the image in your head, you guys are traveling the wedge formation. You took contact to your left. So you're gonna think in your head that you guys hit the deck, laid down, and you realize you're getting shot to your left. So you saw cover to your left. That's what you did. You crawled towards that cover. So what do you guys do when you take contact? You roll the steps with me first. Or roll it with me. Anybody can say it.
Say again, Sergeant.
What do you do when you take contact? Okay, I ran through all the steps for you.
So you drop to the deck, or you
If you got it, you said drop the deck, hit the deck. You're right. Yes. Continue.
then you spot then you try and spot the contact. Well, you spot the contact, and then you start engaging. Correct?
Somewhat correct. Yes. You're gonna hit the deck. You gotta figure out where those shots are coming from. When you figure out where the shots are coming from, you're gonna run towards that cover. You don't want to engage them out in the open. You want to get to that cover first, then engage them. Alright, so let's go over it again. We're traveling over here towards this these multicolored flags. You took contact to your left. So when you take contact, first things first, you hit the deck. Write that down. Hit the deck. HTD. Secondly, look for where the contacts are coming from. Alright, it's to our left. Alright, now move to that cover. So since the cover is like, what, not 5, but at least 1 or 2 meters from us, so we're just going to crawl to it. So, take contact, hit the deck, find the location of contacts, get to the cover, and engage. All 4 things you got to do. This happens when you're transitioning to maneuver. We're not in maneuver just yet, we're just transitioning to it. Alright. Now, what happens if there's no cover immediately next to you? So I mean by like 1 meter, like how this cover's right next to you guys. So let's say this rock wall was in here. You got those rock walls about, what, 5-10 meters in front of you. So what you gotta do is that you guys gotta do 3-second rushes towards that cover. So I'm show you guys what 3-second rushes are. So, we could rush up there, but not all of us can. We gotta make sure that somebody's covering us. So since we're a whole fire team, and we're going to rush to that cover, what kind of way can we split up into? It's already been designated during PCCs. What do we split up to in the fire team?
We split up into buddy teams.
There you go, buddy teams. So this way, that means that we're going to have one buddy team cover, while the other buddy team does a 3-second rush towards that cover. Now, however, though, the other buddy team cannot move until he knows for sure that the other buddy team is ready and covering. So if there was no cover in front of us, such as this rock wall was in here, all of you guys would be laying down online with space. All of you. Now, fire team leader, you're going to say, alright, there's some cover straight up ahead, northwest, going to do a 3-second rush. Then you're going to already know who's team 1, team 2. Team 1 is the buddy team with the fire team leader. So Mason, who's in your buddy team?
The auto rifleman.
Auto rifleman. So you guys are team 1. That buddy team that's not you, which is Private Duffy, and the rifleman, they're team 2. So you'll say, alright, team 2, we're going to cover you guys. You guys go ahead and do a 3-second rush towards the cover to the northwest. Then Private Duffy is going to say, roger that, Alpha. Let us know when you're set. Then Private Mason, you're going to say, alright, team 1 set and covering. Private Duffy, you're going to say, roger, team 2's moving. Let's move. Now, as soon as you're ready to move, You're gonna get up, run. 1, 2, 3. To cover ground, then you're gonna say. What happens next? Team 1 will move now. Because since Team 2 is already set covering, Team 1, you're gonna do your 3-second rush. Now I know it's hard to figure out how to count in seconds, so you're gonna say, I'm up, they see me, I'm down. Example like this. I'm down. Everyone get what I'm saying?
Copy that, Sergeant.
Copy. So you're going to do that if you have to get to that cover. If this rock wall wasn't here, there was no cover next to you, then you guys will basically do those 3-second rushes. Now, the way how you guys are moving while one was covering and other moves, that's called maneuvering. So you guys transition to maneuvering by getting yourself online with each other, figuring out where the contacts are at. Now if you're online engaged in contacts, now it's time for you to maneuver towards the cover and then maneuver to the contacts. So there's two types of maneuvering. First off is bounding. The second one is peeling. Those are two we're going to go over today in OSUT, but there's other ways of maneuvering, like the one I told you guys earlier during the formations, which was you guys doing that wide berth. That's maneuvering. One element just stays covering the whole time, while the other element maneuvers. So bounding basically means that one element moves while the other element covers. Once that element has moved and stopped, they're going to cover while the next element moves. So almost similar to what I just showed you guys doing that 3-second rush. So let's say you guys finally did your 3-second rush and you guys finally made it to these rock walls. So it took about, what, 2-3 sets of it? So now all of you are online, so we got Buddy Team 1 on the left, Buddy Team 2 on the right. Now it's time for you guys to bound from cover to cover. Now there's two types of bounding. You got alternating and successive. I'm going to go over successive first. Successive bounding is when one element bounds to one area, then they stop and hold. And that other element that was covering, they will bound, and the position that they will hold is basically online to the element that bounded before them. So let's do this. Private Duffy, I want you to go ahead and move about 5 feet up. So walk about 5 feet or a meter up. Alright, now stop. There you go. Now say you're set and covering. Just shout it out.
Duffy set and covering.
Alright, Private Mason, go ahead and move up online. Move up online with Private Duffy. Now, you just moved. Now say you're set and covering.
Okay. Private Mason is set and covering.
Alright, Private Duffy, go ahead and do what I just said again. Go ahead and move up again. Once you say set and covering, Private Mason, you're going to move.
Duffy set and covering.
Mason set and covering.
So that's successful bounding. Everyone get what I mean there. You're moving up all line with each other. Thanks for the follow, Duo.
Roger that, Sergeant.
Alright. Now alternating is when you bound past the element that bounded before you. So Private Duffy, go ahead and move up again. Alright. Say set and covering.
Duffy's covering.
Alright, Private Mason, I want you to bound towards where I'm at over here. So bound past him. And then you'll say set and covering.
Okay. Mason is set and covering.
So now do you guys get what is alternating bounding is now?
Yes.
Yes, Sergeant.
Alright, so alternating bounding is like leapfrogging. You're leapfrogging past the element that bounded before you. Now, successive and alternating a little bit different. Successive is a little more of a safer way to bound because you're moving up all line with each other, so both, the whole squad, or the whole element I should say at least, is all up all line with each other, providing firepower to one certain area. Now, with alternating, only one team or one element is split up, and each element will keep moving on to places that was never cleared for earlier. So, Private Mason moved up there, past the element that moved before him, so he's moving up to like basically new territory. When Private Duffy moves now, he's moving past territory that wasn't the area where I'm moving. That's why alternating is a little bit more dangerous. However, though, you cover more ground and you move much quicker. That's why you see squad leaders always have their teams do alternate bounding more because of that reason. Alright, any questions?
No, Sergeant.
Negative, sorry.
Alright, you two go ahead and move back over here. Get your teams consolidated. Your buddy team should say. And space it out. Remember, you guys got a lot of cover. So let me get team 1 on my left, team 2 on my right. Okay. Team 1, you're going to move towards that cover. Team 2, you're going to move to this cover. We're going to have team 1 move first. Private Mason, however, though, everything's under your control. So you're going to you decide that your team... Actually, no, I already say you're moving first. Don't worry about that. So, Private Mason, you got to tell team 2, hey, team 2, let me know when you're set covering, then we'll move. Private Duffy, when he tells you that, you're going to say, Roger, team 2 is set and covering. When you hear that, Private Mason, you're going to say, Roger, team 1's moving. Then you're going to tell you move. And then you guys are going to run. And you're going to run to this cover. Don't worry about doing 3-second rushes. Just run towards it, okay? But when it's a real life scenario, you're going to do that 3-second rush. Once you hit the ground, then you're going to do a fast crawl to the cover. So, if this was actually, we're into combat, and we're taking a shot. Down, I'm going to hit the deck. But that's if we're in an actual combat zone, but we're not. So that's not, we're about wasting time doing that. Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. Private Mason.
Team 2, you can go ahead and start moving.
No. Have them cover. Have them cover. Of course, it's designed for you guys to move first, so have them cover you. Have to tell them, Team 2, cover us while we move.
Okay, Team 2, cover us while Team 1 moves. Over.
Tap 2 set and cover.
Alright, Carol, we can go ahead and move to the next cover.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, make sure to let Team 2 know you're moving. You could talk to them while you're moving, but you gotta make sure you do that.
Team 1 has made it to cover. We are covering your advance, Team 2.
Roger that, Team 1.
Alright, tell your bye-bye, alright, let's move. And then say over the radio, let Team 1 know you're moving.
Team 1, Team 2 is moving now.
Roger that.
No. Move to this cover to the right, Private Duffy. Just run to it. Like I said, we're not in combat right now.
That.
Copy that.
Duffy set.
Reset.
Say Team 2 set and covering. Hold up for a second. I want to make sure this is very accurate. Sergeant Margiotta, can you help me out with this real quick? It's probably off comm. Alright, let's see who's that over here. Private Bowles, I want you to go on this side on my left. Pretend you're just one full element, so go right here. We're going to bound up on Team Net. We're going to talk to each other, okay?
Understood, Sergeant.
Roger. Alright, Team 2 set and covering. You can move. No. Hold off for a second. Me and Bose are going to demonstrate. I'm covering you.
Team 2 moving. Team 2 set after it fucked up.
Roger, Team 2. Alright, let's move. Just like I told my body buddy, we're moving. That's all you gotta do. Alright, resume what you guys were doing before.
Okay, alright, Team 2, cover Team 1, Cover our advance, over.
Roger, over.
Just say you're set covering Team 2. Team 2 set covering, that's all you gotta say.
Team 2 set covering.
There we go.
Over.
Now it's time for you to move.
Alright,
Just say Team 1 is moving. There you go, awesome. Didn't have to tell you. Go ahead, keep going. So whenever I talk to you guys, just keep moving on the flow. You don't have to stop while I'm talking to you guys.
Alright,
Team 1 set and
Team 1
covering.
is set.
There you go.
That's your cue.
Roger, Team 1. Team 2 is moving.
Roger that.
Team 2 is set covering.
Just say Team 1 is moving now.
Okay, Team 1 is moving.
There you go. 'Cause he already told you that he's covering, so you don't have to worry about asking for him to cover.
That
Set.
Remember, be mindful of the cover you're behind. You got a lot of cover around you guys. Keep going. Like I said, if I talk and interrupt you guys, just keep it going. Just keep the flow.
Team 1 is set.
Roger, Team 1. Team 2 is moving.
Roger that.
Set.
Team 2 set covering.
Alright, Team 1 is moving.
Alright, that was just excessive. Now we're moving towards alternating bounding.
Alright, Team 1 is set.
Roger, Team 2 is moving.
So now you're bounding past the element that bounded before you.
Team 2 is set covering.
Roger. Team 1 is moving. Team 1 is set.
Roger, Team 1. Team 2 is
You guys notice how it's getting much more quicker now. Now you're getting more used to it.
Team 2 set covering.
Roger. Team 1's moving. Team 1 is set.
Roger, Team 2 is moving.
Alright, hold. Alright, excellent job. You guys noticed that it started getting much more quicker and quicker. The more you got used to it, the more you guys built your confidence and be able to know it more better. That's why whenever we're doing demonstration practices, we have it as a long stance. That way you guys can get used to stuff that we tell you. Alright, can we get Team 2 to merge back up with Team 1 real quick? Alright. Now we just went over bounding, and bounding could be a maneuver to basically either push the enemy or to break contact. And as you notice, we push towards the enemy's location. Now we're in the best effective range to take out the contacts. Now we can either have one element pop smoke and maneuver, or keep the enemy here and wait for a squad to come and maneuver. You can do either or. So bounding is just basically a vertical movement. Now we move towards peeling. Peeling is a horizontal, lateral movement. Now peeling will go either to the left or to the right. We'll do peeling in many ways to break contact. You can use peeling to either maneuver or to establish an ambush. We could peel and draw the enemies to keep following us while we bring them to a squad that's online waiting for us to bring the contacts to them. There could be many different ways we use peeling for. However, I'm going to tell you guys how to do peeling. So, like I said, peeling would be moving from the left or to the right. So, right now we're all established on a line. Squad leader has told a team leader, alright team, or squad, peel left. Private Mason, you will tell your team, alright Alpha, peel left. So, whenever you're given an order to peel left, the person on the extreme right is the one that's going to peel first. So So in this case, that'll be Specialist Reed. He will peel first. Now, if I said for you guys to peel right, Private Mason will say, alright, Alpha, peel right. Then a person on the extreme left will peel right. And that would be who?
Sergeant Carroll.
Sergeant Carroll. There you go. Sergeant Carroll will be the one to peel left first. Alright. So once you hear the order to peel right from the team leader, this is how you're going to do it. Peel left on the radio. I'm going to say, Roger, peeling. Last man. So I'm doing it slow-mo. When I heard peeling, I know I'm right. I'm going to stand up. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to run. I'm going to run all the way down to the left. Now, let's say I'm supposed to second. Then I'm going to stand up, back off, peeling. Yeah. Peeling is a non-stop movement. It's going to keep on going. Never should only one person move. You're always going to see at least 2 or 3 people moving at a time. And at the same time, you still got guns going down range. You ever understand me?
Copy that, Sergeant.
Alright. Let's go ahead and peel. Start peeling left.
Peeling left.
Last man.
Okay, probably Duffy.
Peeling left. Last man.
Private Mason, go ahead.
Peeling left. Last man. Peeling left.
Spacing,
Last
spacing,
man.
guys. Spacing. Private Reed, Special Reed, go ahead, go.
Peeling left.
Remember, like I said, guys, it shouldn't be only one person moving. Private Duffy, go. It has to be a quick movement. We gotta cover a lot of ground.
Peeling left. Last man.
Private Jason, go. Mason, I mean.
Peeling left. Last man. Peeling left. Last man.
Remember spacing. Don't get too close to the other person.
Last man.
Peeling left. Last man.
Peeling left. Last man.
There we go. Alright, hold. Alright, now I saw I got a little more quicker. You guys got used to it, so I don't need to have you guys keep on going. Alright, that concludes bounding in peeling. We already went over spell reports and contact reports. We already went over ace reports. So there's nothing else for me to show you except for about civilians. Civilian contact is not a thing. If you see a civilian with a rifle, be careful. Some countries we get deployed in, civilians are allowed to have rifles. So do not engage a civilian with a rifle. Everyone understand me?
Copy that, Sergeant.
Now, if the civilian with the rifle raises his rifle and he's not looking at you, you tell him, sir, drop that weapon. If he points it at you, then you're clear to shoot at him. Now, on the other hand, if a civilian is running towards you with a rifle in his hand or not, if you see a civilian running towards you, you're going to do the 5 S's. You're going to shout first. Tell him, stop. If it doesn't stop, then you're going to show. Raise that rifle. Does it stop? Then shoot. Shoot. Then lastly, shoot to kill. Everyone get what I'm saying there?
Affirm,
So if I see a civilian running towards me, go ahead. Go ahead with your question.
Sorry, Sergeant. Could you please repeat the 5 S's?
Yep. Do not say repeat. Say again. So I see a civilian running towards me. First off, I'm telling him to stop. Stop. So I'm gonna shout. That's the first S. Shout. Secondly, if it doesn't stop, then I'm gonna go ahead and do show. So show means you're gonna show your rifle, show your weapon. And if it doesn't stop, then I'm gonna shoot next to his legs. I'm not gonna shoot him, but I'm gonna shoot next to him. If he still doesn't stop, I'm gonna do another shot. I'm gonna shoot next to him again. And if he still doesn't comply and he's dangerously close to me, then I'm gonna do shoot to kill. I'm gonna shoot on his body mass. Shoot somewhere around his body mass to kill him. We do not disable people. That's just another way of torturing them. We're gonna shoot to kill. Our rifles are intended to kill people, not to wound them. Everyone understand me? So,
Copy.
it's shout, show, shoot, shoot, then shoot to kill. Shout, show, shoot, shoot, shoot to kill. I need to say that again.
No, sir.
Alright. Now here's something a little bit, and Sergeant, not sir. Something that's a little bit different. If it's a vehicle coming at you, then you can't shout. You're gonna show your rifle. You're gonna show your rifle at them. They don't stop, shoot, shoot, shoot to kill. Now there's ways to actually disable the vehicle, but don't disable it by shooting at the engine. Some cabins are not bulletproof, so if we shoot the engine, the rounds will go through and kill the civilian. So disable the tires. And the vehicles, you can disable them. So you can disable, and the vehicle does not stop, they keep moving towards you, then kill. Now if you're in a armed vehicle, make sure you're not the one with the Mark 19. If you have the Mark 19, you can't stop a vehicle. A Mark 19 is a automatic grenade launcher. But if you're in a 50 cal, then you will just shoot, 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 then shoot disable, then shoot to kill. If that's a vehicle, if it's just a civilian, and then shoot, 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 then shoot to kill. 4 S's instead of 5. Any questions?
Negative, Sergeant.
Alright.
Sergeant.
I'll release y'all to Sergeant Margietta for the live fire bounty course and whatever else he has left.
Awesome. Thank you, Sergeant. Alright.
Alright, Sergeant Sergeant McCoy and Private Bose over here.
Follow me, gentlemen. Or y'all, let's go to the fucking live
If you look
fire
at the
course.
blue flag, you see teleport to Op 4 Hill. You guys take that.
Right. You done this before? Bose? Bose, you there?
Hey, yeah.
Looks like he has done this before.
Aw, yeah.
The outpour health.
Any stations in that? McCoy, ready to check on 3-1 over. There's McCoy, copy out.
Teleporting these guys, stand by.
Do you believe me now? I guess so. Would this have been better?
Smith, Margiota, over.
How much to put air in tires? Oh, we can do that for you. We got a little low tires. Everything's going out.
Copy up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you.
hello.
Take the flag again. The blue flag over there takes you to the hill again. So it was
There's a few fair outpour.
It's a negative,
Alright.
Sergeant. It's not working.
alright. I got you. Did you try both the flags or either one of them or no?
Yeah, I tried them all.
Copy.
I can take the Vic if you want. It's fine.
No, I got you. Don't worry.
Alrighty. Wait for Duffy to get back.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright. So the purpose of this course here that's behind me is to get from point A to point B. Point B is going to be coded flags. Once your entire team gets there, it is index. Now, got to use what we taught y'all, bounding by buddy teams, Fucking communicate. Leave nothing to assumptions. Suppress.
Ta-da!
Just learned something today. Selection. So it allows you to select the people you want to teleport.
Yes. Go to player and choose them.
Yep, and they select selection, and then you click all the ones you want, and then press enter.
Or you can make a list.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you players and selection, okay, then it'll tell you select the players you want. So you can select one player and then hold on control and select all players you want.
Okay.
And once you get all the people selected, press enter, and then it'll teleport all the ones you selected.
Sweet. Yeah, I didn't know you could use control to select multiple ones. It's sweet.
You can highlight them too as well. So if selected them on the edit menu, you can highlight them. So let me try that real
Oh
quick.
yeah, right. Yeah, move like selected ones or whatever.
That works. Yeah, so you can highlight them too as well through just use interfaces, not on the edit menu.
Right. As long as they're added as editable objects, right?
Yep. Let's put a mortar team back over here.
Hold on. Marjadas, McCoy on 3-1 over.
McCoy, Marjada, 3-1, send it over.
Marjadas, McCoy, recommend Specialist Perkinson shack up on the ground team over.
Copy on your last.
He's supposed to be the mic.
Let me know when y'all ready, over.
So I'll copy, we'll advise when ready. Go out.
You know he's the mic, right?
Yeah, I know. But he was still shacked on us.
Oh, you said chat. My bad.
Aries Bose, radio track frequency 3-1 over.
Alright,
Bose long clear up.
alright, your plug's in. Are we ready?
So, question: do you think that guy has like a speech impediment, or like on the radio there?
I can't tell. I think he's
He
nervous.
stutters. He stutters whenever like he doesn't know what to say, then he'll stutter. It takes him a lot of practice, which you notice
Right.
he's very fluent on certain things once he gets a lot of practice to it.
Right.
He told us during the beginning of day one.
He was in my recruit class. He, I mean, at least he's, taking his time to reference his notes and do it right. So
No, absolutely.
give props on that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I told him I could tell y'all ain't taking notes, y'all ain't paying attention. If they sit there and ask him a question and I wait, and wait, and wait, I'm like, why is it always? I'm like, every time when I teach Top's class when Top's not there or he needs to teach it, like, why is that they're so much quicker to respond? I mean, I tell you, Sergeant Margiota and I, we explain stuff. I can't say this on stream. 1 second.
This is a conversation for after class. We don't want to hold
Yeah.
it any longer. All right, Buzz, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let me get somewhere. So on the fixed weapons, don't shoot directly at them on fixed
Yeah.
weapons, right? You know what to do.
Just around him and shit.
Yeah, try to scare them, and then obviously if you're listening alternate on SquadNet, if we fuck them up pretty bad, obviously lay off. I mean, it's only 2 of us, so we're gonna have to push pretty hard. All right, if you're ready, I'll send it up to the squad lead, and let's fucking get the show on the road. Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, rock and roll.
Alright. Blue 4 to stop 4 on 3-1 over.
Top 4, this Blue 4, city traffic over.
Blue 4 to stop 4, ready to rock, advise when course is live, over.
Top 4, this Blue 4, good copy on your last, over.
Software out.
Alright, gentlemen, the fucking range is hot, course is hot. This is Bose, I'm just silhouetting for now, seeing if they take pop shots first, over.
Is that on 3-1?
You let me know when I'm good to fire.
Aries, this is Op4 requesting invulnerability, over.
Nope.
Actual, I cannot bring up my binoculars, over.
Copy, did you grab them?
Yeah, I have the Vector 21 Night, over.
I got 1 times bearing 340 for me.
Copy all.
Wait, go ahead and engage.
Just got one peeking, middle Esco's left side.
Reed says, are we clear to engage?
He peeks again, I'm engaging.
So now we should probably move.
Engage.
There's a Scopes confirmed.
Alright,
We have vulnerability.
Alright, so we're gonna split into teams. You're with Private Duffy. Oh, fire! Fire. Carol.
Yep.
Carol, keep firing. Me and Specialist Reed are going to, me and
Looks confirmed
Specialist
to me.
Reed are going to move up. to
He's doing good with communications and telling him what to do, it's just that
right
he's starting on him.
Located to the right. Over.
He'd be a good team leader as long as he's able to like, say his communications through
Come on,
concisely.
let's go.
Because I don't think Sergeant Margette told him to have those guys cover. I don't know. I don't know.
Alright, team 1 moving. Alright, team 1 is set. Covering. Team 2. So the 3 of y'all
Go ahead and move up. We're covering. Move to the left
barricade. Over. Team 1 is moving. Pop smoke to the left, over. How copy, over. Alright, Alright, team 1 is, team 1 is moving to the, team 1 is moving to the barricade, located to the right, over. Roger that, we are waiting for a smoke. Alright, team 1, move. Team 1 is set.
AR just took a hit from that mortar.
Actual.
AR needs a medic when you get the chance.
We're gonna need a medic, over.
Alright, you gotta call the medic. Let him know.
Disregard him, fix now.
Alright, solid copy. Actual, we will not need a medic, over.
Yep, copy, let's out.
Team 2 checking. Alright, team 1 is set. I'm okay, we are going to move up, over. Alright, Reed. We're going to be moving from the right, over.
Team 1, Team 2, this is the AR. I'm fucking hit hard coming up to this fucking barricade.
Okay, actual.
My fucking leg's broken.
What is the, call sign for the medic, over?
You just said it.
Whatever you get a chance. I need a medic.
I'm okay.
Team 2, let barricade.
I'm okay. Medic,
Move. And the medic.
how copy, over?
Alpha, this is Mike. Copy on 100, over.
Okay, alright, I'm okay. So a rifleman needs medical help. He's to the left of us.
Alpha, you gotta give me a medic over here.
Alpha, this is Mike. Copy, over. Moving. Time now.
Deploys rearming.
This one will knock someone out. Why?
I am bandaging myself. Copy.
Smith, this is Carroll. Don't ACL me or anything.
guys good over there? Yeah. So if you can walk, Alpha, you need to get your team and fucking bound it forward. IDF's dropping danger close. Alright, Team 1 moving.
Oh shit, that was a good one.
Yeah. This is Bo's going for a resup. Team 2 checking. Team 1 is still moving, over.
You're Team 1. Team 2, check in.
Alpha, we both have broken legs. We need a medic, like, right fucking now. Alright, Alright, medics, send us a medic, please.
Roger.
Team 2 needs help. Over. He's to the left of us. Alpha, this is Mike. Mike copies, over. Roger that. Alright, so the medic is on the way. Over. Thank you, sir.
Team 2, Mike, check in.
Copy.
Team 2, check in.
Team 2 check in. Okay. Solid copy.
I give up, they would move him. I'll just sit here and wait. So yeah, for those of you who are watching right now, I would be playing Dauntless though with my squad. But those are the ones who were able to play. They were extremely talking about it very much in our squad group chat. So and they were begging to play and asking me to play. So we might be doing this like every night. I don't know. But if you guys have Dauntless, y'all want to play, I'll see if I can get y'all to TeamSpeak or Discord, whatever we could play on. But I'll be streaming that tonight though. Right after, it about maybe 30 minutes later. Gotta get me some meat first though.
Team 2 check in. Team 2, we got audible on some kind of Vic or AA cannon or some shit.
That's a Zeus cannon.
Okay. Okay, medic. Can you,
Team 2 is coming to your pause. Time, we're coming to your left. Time now.
solid copy. Medic, can you, medic, can, you help out Private Duffy, over? Alpha, this is my copy. I'm on Duffy right now, over. Solid. I'm okay. Alright, Team 1, medic is coming to help, Duffy, over.
Team 2, set cover.
Roger that. Alright, alright, Team 1 moving, over. Alright, Team 1's moving. Team 2, status, over.
Duffy's being treated about a mic. Time now. We're still engaging.
Copy that.
Team 1, are you set covering?
Copy.
Oh, I'm just being told my squad is only 4 people
is-
max.
Team 1 is head
I
covering, over.
think we have 4. I don't know. Let's see.
Copy, Team 2 moving.
Lee, me, Garcia, and Grote. Yeah, that's a lot of people. Yeah, I think we're full. Wow. We'll see. They said the tutorial is long.
Team 2 status, over.
We're set covering.
Alright. Alright. Roger.
I'm the coronet.
How are you doing?
I just need morphine. That's all I need.
Thanks. Team 2 status, over.
We are set, waiting for you to give the move to bound.
Alright, so, you guys, alright, so, you guys are going to move to the left, to the far left cover, which, yeah.
This is Bo's that Grenadier has me down right in.
To the hill, over.
Roger, good shit.
Alright, Team 1's cover.
Team 2 moving.
Team 2, be advised, a 10 shack is not covered as concealment.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way.
Popping smoke.
Who's gonna rearm?
Alright, Team 1's moving, Team 1's moving.
Alright, back. Sorry. Make sure I download Dauntless.
Alright, Team 1 set, over. Team 2's ready to move. Copy that. Team 1 covering.
Oops.
One under the cargo nets on the right.
Thank you. Bad flash.
That bunker is 225 meters away.
That.
Use your 40s. Put a 40 into that bunker with the HMG in it.
Looks like the team on the right may have made it to the Escos and the flags.
Team 2,
Team 2's at the flags waiting on Team 1.
alright, copy. Alright. Team 1 moving.
AR's black on ammo. I appreciate you.
Say again, Carol?
You're good to go. I was black on ammo, but we're good now.
Okay, good.
That's everybody. Yes, no. No, yes.
That's everybody.
Sir,
Third index.
Alright, everyone.
Index.
Condition.
Alright, everyone should be healed.
Alpha.
4 copies index.
Alright, privates, get in front of us right here.
So I think we need a little more practice.
Yeah.
Not today.
Definitely.
That's what this is for.
Alright, let's see here. How do you guys think you did?
Well, it could have been much better. Much.
Make sure you're on yelling, Mason. I can't hear you.
Go ahead, finish it
Control
off, Private
tab.
Mason.
Yeah. I feel like we could have did much better. Definitely on timing.
There is stop 4. We are ready to be moved down to the course over.
Two of us, you know, died. So yeah, I think there's a lot we can still work on. But for a first like live fire exercise, I think this was pretty good since we were like just out of day one, and gotten moving, just kind of working our way into it.
Okay. And did you have anything, Private Duffy?
No, just practice, practice, practice.
Copy. And this course was basically designed to give you guys a full feel of day 4. Just practical exercise, show you guys how it's like to go through a live fire. Take all the contacts, try to get yourself to maneuver towards the enemies. And this course is just designed, basically, I should say, to feel like you went through, let's say, a kilometer or so. But that's like a third of the mission. But I'm gonna go quiet here and let Sergeant Margetta say what he needs to say as he was acting actually.
Alright, thank you, Sergeant. So yeah, I mean, obviously, fucking practice, practice, practice. I know it was, because I would think it was pretty stressful for you two. I mean, that's the whole basis of this course, is to stretch it out and to bring to surface things that might need to be worked on. So, biggest thing
one
is,
comment.
yes.
I did notice that Private Mason's radio is hard to hear at times. I don't know if Specialist Reed noticed that also.
Did you bring up your radio volume?
To him, so I was hearing him over proxy.
Gotcha.
Might have to bring up your radio volume if he's too quiet on the radio.
Yeah. Also, you might just have to turn him up and speak.
Hey, Perm.
Real quick, Private Duffy, there's still a magazine in your gun and possibly a 40 mic in your tube. Check that.
Is that all you had, Sergeant Margetta?
No, I didn't even get to what I was saying. Alright, so balance of action speed, it was really, really slow. Really slow. So keep that in mind, especially when there's mortars dropping on your rear and they're slowly creeping in on you. That's probably like the only time where everybody pick up and fucking start moving away from the mortars without somebody set covering while the other team moves. Like, having the whole fucking team move at once just to get away from fucking mortars is more than okay. So keep that in mind. Communicate about it, you know. Hey, fucking Alpha, Team 2's got fucking mortars dropping on us. We need to fucking move. Let them know and move. Tell them we're moving. When you're set covering, that means you're putting suppressive fire downrange for the other team. Not bandaging, not doing anything else, but putting down suppressive or accurate fire downrange. So keep that in mind. Once they get to their point and they're set, if you need to bandage your legs up real quick so you can fucking move, do so. But when you're set covering for somebody, your number one job is to fucking provide suppressive fire so they can move. Be mindful of the smokes you throw, way you throw them. Remember, shift kilo gives you wind direction, wind speed. Try not to throw more smokes than you need. That's all I have, Sergeant. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant Margetta. Mike, you have everything?
Thank you, Sergeant Smith. I just wanted to say, Private 2 did a good job bandaging your small wounds, and that was it for me. Thank you, Sergeant Smith.
Thank you. Before we continue on the floor, just want to put my little bits in it. you guys did all right from what I can see. And just echo what Sergeant Margiotta said, you guys were moving a little slow. The balance of action wasn't that well, but you guys started picking up the pace as soon as you get there a little more. Like I said, every course is very long, so that you guys can get the feel of it, and then when you get used to it, you keep on going instead of you guys only got a small bit of it, and then you didn't get what we just told you. So but you guys still just you guys started getting what you're supposed to do, move through cover to cover, an actual cover that stops bullets and cover you as well, not just stuff that just conceals you. But do we? How much magazines you two have? 5.56.
I have 6.
Copy. And how much HE you got, Duffy? Private Duffy. And then give me the smoke counts as well. Just want to see what if you guys are doing what we told you guys to do during day 1. All right. So essentially, go ahead. 4 HE left.
That's a firm.
Copy. And smokes.
I have.
It's just yellow. I just want to know yellow.
3 yellow.
Copy. All right. 2 yellow. Copy. All right. So you guys did an excellent job conserving yellow smoke. It seems like to me that you guys did not just have one person throwing yellow smokes, but each team member had their chance throwing their smokes, so that way you guys won't go black on it too quick. Now with ammo conservation, you guys did an excellent job with that. You guys realize that you have 4 guys total shooting at the tower, and you had one out of the 4 has a big weapon system, and that's the AR. He can only shoot with 3 to 5 round bursts, so you got one powerful weapon system and 3 guys shooting at the hill. So there was a good way for you to actually conceal your ammo. So you did an excellent job on that, and also you did use your HE. So excellent job on that as well, Private Duffy. I expecting you to either go black on it or not have used it at all. So be mindful of weapon systems you guys have, especially the special ones such as the 320 and the AR, and with the rocket. But that's all I have from there. Remember guys, this course only took you guys about 30 minutes to do. And you guys went through 400 meters. So it felt like you guys went through about an hour or so, but it wasn't that long. Alright, let's open the comments to the floor. Anyone have a question or a comment? Sergeant McCoy?
Thanks, Sergeant. So just a couple notes I took here. A couple of improves and a sustain. As far as the improves go, peeking from the same spot. Don't fucking do it. Once you peek and you get engaged from an enemy in that location, don't pop your head out there. They got it zeroed in. They're watching that spot. A lot of times, more than one person would try and engage hostiles from the same spot they just peeked from. So don't do that. Secondly, when it comes to immersion, this is what we're here for. We stay immersed at all times when we're doing our shit here. So shit like my screen is flashing, stuff like that. Anything that has to do with that kind of technical shit, you have to be imaginative. Think of a way to explain what it is in the situation realistically. So in that case, you could say, I'm in a lot of pain, I can't do anything. I need pain management or something like that. So try and avoid immersion breaking comments like that. And lastly, as far as communication, I was listening in on SquadNet. It was pretty dead most of the time. This is not a huge deal in your state right now, but something you need to be aware of. Moving forward, there should always be communication going up and down the chain, particularly relaying contact reports, movement to the squad leader from the fire team leader. So just keep that in mind moving forward, something to work on. And as far as sustains go, your target acquisition and usage of rates of fire was outstanding. So good job on that. That's all I got. Thank you, Sergeant.
Thank you, Sergeant McCoy. Special Street.
Hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yep. Thanks, Sergeant. I got something for both of you and then something for each of you. So, both of you, the big thing I noticed and I'd like to see happen more is when somebody asks you to check in, they're trying to figure out if you're dead or not. And probably 80 or 90% of the times I asked if somebody was okay, I got no response, despite the fact that somebody over in that direction was shooting. Somebody was definitely up. But make sure that you are responding, because back at the concrete barriers, I asked about 8 times for a check-in and didn't get one, and I almost popped smoke and tried to go back and check on you myself. I thought everyone was dead. So make sure that if somebody checks on you, all you gotta say is, I'm up. Just take the 2 seconds to put out a word or two so that they know you're alive. They can't see you. Alright?
Copy that.
Duffy, on your part, when you're bounding, make sure that you're communicating that, because there were 1 or 2 instances where both teams wound up bounding at the same time, which means nobody's providing suppressing fire to keep the Op4's heads down. So make sure that before you move, you communicate that you are going to.
Copy that.
And Mason, violence of action and just confidence. You need to be more decisive when you give your commands. Namely, back when Duffy got hit the first time, he called up that he needed a mic, or maybe it was Carol. And like 15 later, we're getting mortars on our head and the mic still doesn't know. So make sure that just take a couple of seconds before you send the message to compose what you're going to say in your head, then transmit once, and it'll go a whole lot quicker. It'll also come just with time and practice. That's all I got.
Thank you, Specialist Sergeant Carroll.
Thank you, Sergeant. Just a couple small things. First, a lot of the times when we were bounding, it felt like we weren't putting fire downrange. And any billet you get put into, your AR, his mindset and what he gets taught is, I have to pick up the slack for whoever's not firing. Say if you're bandaging or something, it's the AR's job to kick up his fire rate to pick up your slack. I almost went black, and I was black at the flags because a lot of the times I was the only one firing. You gotta put down fire. You can't sit there and stare at the ground or stare at the enemies or whatever you're doing. You gotta put down fire. If you're not moving, you should be shooting. Another thing, on the radio, try and shorten what you need to say. Like, if you take a minute and a half to explain how we're going and what we're doing and how you want it done, when all you really need to say is, hey, this is Team 1, we're moving north to that rock formation time now, and you're fucking gone. Try and shorten up what you need to say on the radio. And that's about it. And then the mic situation. The call for a mic is extremely important. Because if your guys can't fight, you're ineffective as a squad. So as soon as you hear that keyword in your head, mic or medic or doc, you gotta be like, hey, okay, I need to send that message to the doc now. And that's everything. I think Reed had a comment on that.
Thank you, Sergeant. Specialist Reed.
Thank you, Sergeant. Just quick comment on medical when you go down. You have 3 minutes and 50 seconds to get that person who went down back up before they die, like KIA. You cannot revive them. If they are still bleeding and you aren't able to bandage them quickly, it's less. So it's very important to get medical attention ASAP to somebody who goes down. That's all.
Thank you, Specialist. Alright, that wraps up everything for today. This is just a quick AAR. And I'm telling you guys what AAR means, after action review. It just touches on everything that we believe you guys should at least improve yourself on. It could be in terms relationship to minor criticism that we think you guys don't really need to improve on, but think of in the future. And it's some you guys should try to fix yourself on doing throughout OSUT. So do not take anything too hard. Stuff's not here to hurt you and make you run away. We're here to do that. This is here to, like I said, to keep you guys, make you improve yourself, and put you guys in the right path to being a perfect soldier. Everyone understand me?
Copy that, Sergeant.
Alright. So, like I said, all of us get criticisms. We all went through the same thing. I still get criticisms as well as a squad lead. Sergeant Marjorie, I still get criticism as well as whatever ability he gets into. So, we get this stuff to improve ourselves, be better. Now, some criticism may be stupid, but always try to take them in mind. Alright. I have nothing else for you guys for today. We're going to start off, but we're going to try to do Paladin Overwatch next Tuesday during day 3 to make sure you guys be on time. And being on time means 30 minutes before start time. If you want to be early, an hour before the start time. Apologize for you guys for run over time by 36 minutes, but like I said, when we're in the middle of a content, we just can't stop it until we finish up the whole thing. Alright, you guys got any questions, comments for us before we close?
No, Sergeant.
Negative, Sergeant.
Copy. Alright, you guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. You guys are dismissed. Enjoy yourselves. We'll see you on Tuesday. And don't forget to fill in for squad trainings. Squad trainings every Friday, Sunday, and one on Monday. There we go. Alright, guys, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant. Thank you, everybody else.
Good job, man, gentlemen.
That was in a crew class today?
Negative.
Okay. Okay, so restart.
Alright, pin work is done. I am fucking crashing out. I am tired as fuck.
Everything, sir.
Y'all.
Amen to that.
Yep.
Have a good one, gentlemen.
Yeah.